am tapping into what will make me be better. So if you want to tap into that, then you can think that, oh, maybe Abby is not for me. Oh. I think this girl, she's so money conscious. Then you can go and look for another gold person that looks like you. But stop. What we look at when we are choosing sometimes is very literal. So the people that are
Yeah.
smart will be blaming them. And they too, they will not be like, okay, I saw that they won't say I'm a gold digger. I am a gold
Ah,
digger.
so yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
So, Ron, what's your response to that?
Okay, when I was talking about that, I wasn't saying it in a prenuptial context. I was just saying what happens generally. If a woman comes in
Okay.
and is willing to stay in a marriage, or a man is willing to stay, and is the other partner priming the person to leave, you have to pay the price. It's as simple as that. I don't.
Well,
It's
that's
just like
different from what
we've
you
said.
said earlier.
Huh.
No, 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 no. What I said earlier was if the woman came in, spent 3 years, and she decided for whatever reason that she wants to leave.
Okay.
That's the first
So, if
scenario.
the guy
In
is
this,
beating her,
no, no, no.
that's
We're
not
not
what she
putting
planned for.
we're not putting any parameters. I'm just stating certain things. It's a given that you shouldn't beat a woman in the marriage. That one is given. You don't need me to even repeat it. You shouldn't
Okay.
beat anybody. So, what I'm saying, when she comes in with the gold digging mentality, that's
Hey.
where I'm having a problem with. I'm
Ah,
coming gold digging mentality in the sense that
this is
nothing
my
happened.
talking
To
point.
that.
Go.
I'm
Sorry,
coming.
sorry, sorry. I want you to finish, but this gold digging point, I'm
Mm.
holding on to that. Go on.
Yeah, it can come from two ways, though. It's not a one-sided thing. It's not a woman-only thing. It can come from the guy. Because I've seen guys do it before. So,
Uh,
what I'm just trying to say, anyone, either male or female, you come in with a gold digging mentality, you should just go back to where you came from. It's that simple. But if it's the guy who is or the lady who is pushing the other person out, then the person should pay the price. It's simple.
Before Harbie goes in, you know that this thing of I saw a joke and I was like, it's a joke, but it's actually quite true. The lady was like, oh, you came and looked at me, fine girl. You came and proposed to me that you like me. Then I said, ah, Mr. Man, these are my expectations. You now said I'm a gold digger. You too, you're a gold digger because you saw the gold that I am and you wanted to dig me. So me too, I decided
Missing,
I was going to dig you. So who is
but,
digging who here?
but that's not the
Just a
scenario I just
question.
painted now. Uh, but that's not the scenario I just painted now. I'm talking when she initiates the
Said
breakup.
you're holding on to one thing and then
Yeah, now when she initiates the breakup, not when the guy is pushing her out. They are two separate scenarios.
I don't know.
If she
I'm
decides,
saying that either way, it's a case of this whole gold digging thing. The guy saw something that he went to dig and brought her home. And she too came to dig something that she came to the house. So both of them are diggers, if we think about it technically.
yeah, apart from emotional consequences, there are always financial implications in these things. So if we take these things with levity, the way you're approaching it, it's quite somehow, because remember, if the person is living like that, and why it becomes, for instance, there are people who are very, very smart, very, very extremely smart, that they can plan their lives around somebody without the person even knowing. And they don't have plans. So they don't like you, they don't want to be with you. They just want to come there, make the money, and go. We see that a lot in Hollywood. It's normal for them. It's become a career for some people. Okay,
Okay,
they can
but
marry.
before Harbie goes on, let me quickly read out something that Michael Babaranti Savage said. He said, "I honestly think that a lot of people who deliberately get married must have had a prenuptial discussion, consciously or unconsciously." So that's what he said. So I've just put that up. So Harbie, would you like to share your thoughts on what Ron has
Yeah.
said?
And now going back to my favorite topic, which is the gold digging thing. I am a gold digger. May I never may I know this is going on YouTube or wherever. I am sorry, I don't want to swear. I am a
Bonafide.
gold digger. Right? And I never, including me and my generation, will we never dig coins. We will be digging gold. Now,
God.
I will explain that. See, it's all about this awareness. Okay? If I don't want to remain a pauper, and I don't want the other person to remain a pauper. So it's on you if you have money and you're looking at the gold digger like myself and you can't ask me questions, you don't want to know me to know my intention. Do you understand? So it's all about I'm fighting for my corner. You fight for your corner. Why did you come to me? Because probably, let me guess, oh, I love tall girls. And this is the literal thing that people say. Oh, so you're getting, how will I put it, driven away by something else. That's the gold that you are digging. Whereas me, I'm
Mm-hmm.
digging your money. And then you're complaining. It's all about what you're looking for. I'm looking for gold. You are looking for beauty. You can choose beauty while I choose gold. Now, if both of us are both gold diggers, you'll be thinking that, okay, this Abby that wants to dig my gold, what does she have? Is it
Mm.
just all about
What you
her
bringing
digging
to the
gold?
table?
What can I get from her that is not just about money? What can I get from her? Maybe it's her intellect. Maybe she likes to do, maybe she's a jack of all trades. You know what? Let me tap into this. At the end of the day, whatever you tap into, that's your gold. So now, God help you if all you are looking at is my glasses that is bending one side or the other, or what you are looking at, oh, she's so fair. That's you. It's on you. And so it boils down to the fact that we all need to be aware and, think about what we want. Now, unfortunately, I've done few researches about families, parents, and things like that. What comes to us is that we all repeat the same thing. And God
Mm.
help Abby tomorrow now. She wants to do our wedding. If we've not discussed this thing kind of thing, and she'll be like, I want to do prenup, but I'm thinking, what would these people be? I know she's not like that. So, but let me just pretend that there's another Harbie somewhere. Maybe it's me. And I'm thinking, what will people say? They say I'm a gold digger. That's why I came out to say this is a live broadcast. I hope that somebody will pick this up and say that I am oh, I don't want to swear. I am a gold digger. I will never dig
Gold
nothing.
diggers unite.
Do you know what I mean? I will never dig nothing less. So if you are somebody that doesn't have that gold, flee. Because my gold doesn't, it's not, you remember when you said, you didn't say money digger, you said gold. So I might be, how
Mhm.
does the gold look like? It's raw,
Yeah,
it's undefined. So I
yeah,
am
but
tapping into your resources. I am tapping into what will make me be better. So if you want to tap into that, then you can think that, oh, maybe Abby is not for me. Oh. I think this girl, she's so money conscious. Then you can go and look for another gold person that looks like you. But stop. What we look at when we are choosing sometimes is very literal. So the people that are smart
Yeah.
will be blaming them. And they too, they will not be like, okay, I saw that they won't say I'm a gold digger. I am a gold
Ah,
digger.
Swam, thank you so much for joining us. I'll come to you. But PK is chuckling away with glee. So I would like to hear what's running through your head right now.
Well, so basically, I guess I think Harbie has actually expatiated on it, but you do realize that there are some arrangements, what we call trophy wife. What is a trophy wife? It's just the fact that there's an agreement that you will always look very pretty, and
Mhm,
I will pay for you to look pretty.
Everything.
Right? That's the
mhm,
agreement, and both people
mhm,
understand that that's the agreement. So, and they actually they do very well together. as long as everybody is keeping to their side of the contract, which means that if you're supposed to be paying for me to look pretty and you can no longer pay for me to look pretty, then there's an exit clause that will be triggered, right? But at the same time, if you're supposed to be looking pretty and then you now get in and you just load up on stuff and you basically start losing the initial attraction, then also there is an exit clause. So this thing is a contract. You can, and the market is big. What I mean by that is you can always find somebody who meets the criteria you're looking for. There's a guy who has plenty of money but cannot find love and is ready to pay for it. So, and then there's the other person who's ready to give love but doesn't have the money. In actual fact, this whole partnership that we're doing, you do realize that it's about somebody needing something from the other person, right? Whatever that thing is, including the very common one, the coitus, is the reason why somebody actually goes out. He or she is not getting what they thought they were going to get. And so they go out to look for it. So people need different things. If you did not need anything, there is no point actually entering a partnership.
Exactly.
Why are you partnering with someone when you don't need anything that they have to offer? And people have different things to offer. There's no point. You don't do it. Even for loneliness' sake is the reason why some people basically sign a contract. I don't want to feel lonely. It's the reason why people enter a contract. But if you think you will never feel lonely, you will never need, all these other things, why are you signing a contract?
That's why some people have escort services, why they patronize them, because they don't want to be lonely.
There are all sorts of reasons why you have that whole industry, right, where people are providing some of these services that a lot of other so they are providing those services as a business. On the flip side, you have people who they're going to marry.
Wait, let him finish.
I was just going to say, prostitutes. Do you know that they pay tax in this country, right?
Well, in some countries, actually, it's legal, right? Because it's a service that they're offering. And that service, even though people say they are frowning on it, if there was no business, it would have died down long ago. But it goes all the way back to even the Bible days, which is where we think everything started from. But it goes all the way back. If there was no business, it would have died long ago. But it is a thriving business everywhere in the world, including the most religious parts of the world. Right? So it tells you that people have needs, and anybody who can meet those needs actually creates value. And when you create value, people will pay for it. Some will say, oh, they don't want to do, basically it's not, prostitution, if you call it that, right? But then there are many other things. Loneliness. People will pay so that they won't be lonely. Right? We enter contracts all the time. I'm just saying that if you do this with every other contract where you detail out what the expectation is and there an exit clause, why don't we bring it into this whole thing we call marriage and call it whatever? It actually
makes a lot of sense to do that.
List it out, right? List it out so that everybody knows exactly what they're supposed to bring to the table, instead of assuming that you ought to bring this and find out in the middle of the contract, that's not what I thought, but that's what this other person thought, right? And then you have all these things. Is the reason why you now start going to counseling, which basically is you are going to some sort of judge, right? Some sort of court where somebody will judge who is right, who is wrong, who needs to adjust. The contract was not properly spelled out, So
it's not always that the counseling succeeds. It's not always.
Because at that point in time, you find out that you entered a contract that you both can't uphold.
Then you have this albatross of till death do us part put on your neck.
And then you find out that you can't get out of it. And then people start doing all sorts because people realize, you find out that I can't do this for the rest of my life. That's usually what people find out later on. When you see people trying to exit this contract, is because they come to a realization that I cannot do this for the rest of my life. That happened a lot during this whole COVID lockdown, where you now find that you are locked with the person you signed a life contract with, and you start realizing that, oh my goodness, I can't endure this for the rest of my life. People get to that point, and when they get to that point, they start looking to basically to trigger the exit clause. I want out of this. I can't do this for the rest of my life. That's what people get to. So anyhow, we now try and paint it or term it, whether we try and say, oh, we want to force you to stay inside because, oh, you will go to hell. Some people are like, give me the hell. This one is hell. So just, since I'm going to hell, Let me at least enjoy the rest. I mean, people basically, if you really think
Yeah.
about it, come to the fact that I can't do this for the rest of my life, and they want out of it. So if you could talk about it before and list it out before, then at least it would be like, this is what we agreed we will both do. You can always go back to that when somebody is not meeting up and say, you said we will do this, and we wrote it and basically said we'll both do it. Then at least somebody now needs to adjust, rather than we need to go to counseling so that somebody can tell us how it ought to be, basically, which is like the person's subjective definition of how it ought to be. Because again, I've seen how you can even use religion to back any point you are trying to drive somebody
Yeah.
to. Any
And
you
the
can,
kind of medicine after death kind of
yes,
situation,
you
isn't
can
it?
flip it. You can use it. There are enough quotes you can use to basically prove your point, right? And
But
somebody ends up
that is
happy
that
most of the
is
time, right? So
Ron, I saw that you wanted to
Yeah, very
respond, so
quickly.
you respond. So keep looking at your mic, please.
Okay, Harbie, I need to clear something quickly so that we don't move in that direction. I'm listening to all you said about gold digging and all that. You don't qualify as a gold digger. You qualify as a potential wife. Full stop. All you said, it does not qualify you as a gold digger because you are coming in with expectations from the other person, and you two have what you are bringing in. So you're not really a gold digger. A gold digger is someone who just does not, has no plans whatsoever for the other person, just her own need. You understand? You said you were coming in with your own idea, your own backup to the marriage and all that, which is nice. It's acceptable. All you said is very, very acceptable. Where we draw the line is when somebody just wakes up, I see a star, somebody has money. The star wants genuine love. You know he wants genuine love. He discusses it with you, but your mind is not there. All you're thinking is about is how to stay with him for 3 years, then rip him off all he has, half of all he owns. Now that is a gold digger. But in your own case, you have a plan to come in and establish and do something for yourself and for the other person. That is good. That is what's expected of wives. A wife is not meant to just go and sit down and be watching television. She's supposed to come there. Just like everything you said is correct. Everything you said about is what a wife should do. So it's not a bad thing. Stop making it look like you've done something wrong. You didn't do anything wrong. You did the right thing. Am I making myself clear? There are two different scenarios. They are not the same.
not really. But continue, sir.
Do you understand? All you've listed out as your contribution is perfect. There's nothing wrong with what you do. It's okay. Let your generations continue doing it. It's fine. You understand? But don't go in with deception to ruin somebody's life. That's the difference. Intent, motivation, intent, intention, and the what's the word? Motive. Yeah, is what separates you from the gold digger. You're not a gold digger.
No, but would a gold digger go in? As long as the money keeps rolling in, the gold digger is going to provide everything that is needed.
You are still correct, but you need to still understand. People, human beings like me and you, have the skill to spot somebody, make up their minds before they even speak with the person. I'm going to spend 6 months, 1 year, 3 years with this person and collect half of the stuff. The same thing with guys. There are guys who do that too, not just women. There are guys who plan like that. They have no intention to be with you longer than their set time frame. As soon as that time frame expires, they start all sorts of trouble just to break loose and claim their price.
Which is why in that particular situation, a prenup would be perfect. Because then
that's good. I'm just trying to let her know that she's not a bad person. You're a good person.
no, Harbie is not a bad person.
No,
She's not saying she's a bad person.
You're not a gold digger anyway. You're not. You don't qualify.
Can I talk? Abby, can I talk?
Yes.
Okay. All I'm saying is this. See, there are some blanket statements that we always make as Nigerians. which we can't, we say it. Now, the people that started that particular word, they say it because they wanted to bring some women down to say that, oh, this one, the way I'm looking at this one is going to be a gold digger, meaning that somebody that just came to that relationship because of money, right? So now, if you introduce me, for instance, to your father, and your father is Mike Adenuga or someone bigger than that, maybe Dangote, because that's one of my favorites anyway, maybe Dangote. And now you look at me, stop laughing, no. And now you look at me and you said, oh, Abi is a gold digger. Call me anything. Do you understand what I mean? Because he has his own intention. He wants to dig something from me. And I want to dig money.
Mm-hmm.
Do you understand what I mean? So maybe it's 1 year old, maybe it's 2 years old, maybe don't forget the fact that I'm watching TV. You used another illustration. You said maybe that person will just sit down not doing anything. I might decide not to do anything. That's the time of the
now. Why am I doing anything?
Give me money if that's all I wanted. So for me, because I am a professional gold digger, I will not go and dig Dangote now and go and be watching TV. Because I know that all I needed is more than TV. I've watched TV all my life.
You guys are listening to
Oh, I'm serious. I'm serious.
Okay. Me, I've already said it. I'm not interested in marriage. But you see what can tempt me into marriage, eh? You have to be a rich man, no.
So I'm saying, I'm going to be realistic.
After all this suffered in life,
all we are saying we are being realistic to know that what is. So now look at it from this perspective. If somebody sees me now, somebody like Dangote, and look at this girl, I like this girl, I want to marry her. Look at it from this angle. And I am also looking at him to say, this man, I can dig some cash. Now, both of us have intention.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody will definitely be smarter than the other. Maybe higher thief, lower thief is a thief. Right?
Yeah, but you fall under Kayode's category of trophy wife. That's all they are now.
Whatever the trophy, let's not see, all those things are just mere titles. All we are saying is
when I have a championship wife, it doesn't matter.
Trophy wives are not gold diggers. There is an intent to spoil her from beginning, before the relationship.
Who have the intent? Wait. Who have the intent to spoil her? The man.
And decided
the woman God has the intent to be spoiled.
Good. Which makes you a trophy wife.
That's what I'm now saying. You now go back to the prenup.
So have you been able to fix your mic?
So if we've been able to do the my favorite guy, that's who I'm going to be mentioning anyway. So sorry guys, if you're looking and you're thinking, why is Abi talking about Dangote? Sorry, Abi, God help me. The person that is looking at this is saying, Abi is looking for Dangote. Yes, that's my target. Anyway, as a friend, don't go and be doing. But let's say this man now come with a proposal. For instance, Mr. PK, I don't know why you're laughing. Let's say so now come with a proposal. I didn't know that Abi is going to give me this thing. Mr. PK now, sorry, why am I mentioning your name? So Dangote now said he wants, more aside from being a friend. Abi, I want to marry, want us to, and this prenup is already there. He will save me. It will save him. I won't take too much of his money. He knows that, okay, we already have plans that, okay, in case Abi decides to leave, or since her face is like gold digging, this is what she will get. And in case, if he's going, he knows that he's going to part with his money. Shikina. So nobody is losing at the end of the day. Awareness. That's what we're saying.
Because we're mentioning PK, I was looking at you because I don't play with that man. No.
I already showed you who my target is.
So, because I was trying to fight you. Because you see that man there, I don't play with him at all.
Let me just tell you something. Abi, should I shock you? Are you aware that most trophy wives already have prenuptial agreements, but they enjoy more than people who don't even have prenuptial agreements and they are living standard lives?
This is what we are saying. We just want it to be like everybody should be using it. Not just the trophy, the so-called trophy. Gold diggers like us, like professional
they're
gold
not
diggers.
gold diggers. They're for reference. There's an
As
agreement.
I said, Dangote, Dangote.
Thank you. God bless you. If you know the connection, let me know. Let me know. So we are long. I'm begging. God
want to
bless you. I don't know if that
Okay,
person is
PK, speak. PK,
Yeah.
speak.
So the thing there actually is, the key thing actually is, the gold digger is deceptive, and that could be male or female. So the gold digger is the person who is actually going in almost like a thief, going to steal. And what I mean by that is, you give the wrong impression. I'm in it for the rest of our lives, but no, you're in it for something else. So that deception really is the one that really owns the title gold digger, whether male or female. The guy goes in there, he's only looking for certain things, does not say that, basically tries to deceive everybody involved and says, no, I'm in it for the rest of my life. I really, I love you, for your mind, but
PK, I don't love you for you. I love you for many, many things.
Exactly. But at least you see, when you state it clearly, you no longer fall under the gold digger thing. Almost like gold digger is a thief, right? It's a need for deception. So what you are describing instead is, you are saying, I have certain needs, this person can provide it, and I'm going for those certain needs. And then hopefully you don't get to Dangote, for example, and say, no, I just always love men with white beards, right?
Yeah, but I have to say something at the end of the day.
Is the money. That's the difference here, where you basically say, look,
No.
this is my need, oh, can you meet it? And then the guy's like, waiting, you carry where I know fit meet, and then everybody's happy.
Okay, thank you. But there's reason why I'm saying this. Now, I know we have said that, oh, that is deception. Tell me, in terms of statistics, now I'm going to push it to you as a man. How many men have come out, or men have come out and say, I'm being genuine. This is you. You are the sugar in my tea and everything. And you can see that in your own understanding. You're like, oh, this guy is genuine. And at the end of the day, they know. And it's vice versa with women.
Did it to me. PK did it to me. So, Shebi, you did your own earlier. I'm not doing my own.
You understand? At the end of the day, they are not being genuine. All we are saying is that
gold digger is both ways, though. It's not only women.
I know. But all I'm saying is, in generality,